Have you ever said something to someone that caused them to get really angry? Or perhaps someone said something to you and you became angry? Anger is one of the most powerful emotions we can experience. It seems that everyone around us also gets angry very easily. But have you ever seen someone who does not seem to get angry at all? In today's video, we are going to learn how Buddha handled an insult. So without any further delay, let's begin. There was once a young man who liked to visit bars with his friends. One day he went to a bar and sat down. Suddenly, a group of people entered the bar. Among them was a monk. The young man and his friends stared at the monk because he had an unusual appearance. He was tall and thin, his hair was shaved off. He had a shaved beard and wore simple clothes. The young man thought to himself, "Who is this strange man?" A little later, the monk sat down at a table and ordered a glass of water. The young man continued staring at him. To him, it seemed as if the monk had just appeared out of nowhere. So he decided to approach him and talk. "Excuse me," he said. "Who are you? Have I seen you somewhere before?" The monk replied calmly, "I am a monk living deep in the mountains. I come to town only occasionally." The young man was not satisfied with the answer. He wanted to know more. "Are you married?" he asked. The monk replied, "No, I am not married." "Do you have any children?" "No." "Do you have any money?" The monk shook his head. At that moment, the young man felt that he had found the greatest treasure in the world. Someone who had no money, no wife, and no children. What an amazing person, he thought to himself. He must be a great master. Maybe he could help me find enlightenment. "Please tell me, master," he asked. "How can I live such a pure life like you?" The monk replied, "You should live in the mountains far away from people." The young man did not want to go to the mountains. "No, I want to find enlightenment here," he insisted. The monk remained silent for a moment. "Well, then you should learn to control your anger," he finally said. "If someone insults you or causes you pain, how do you react?" The monk asked. "I try to ignore them." The young man replied, "That is not enough." The monk said, "You must practice loving kindness towards them. You must bless them in your heart." The young man thought for a moment. "But what if they keep provoking you again and again? What if they continue to bother me?" The monk looked at him for a moment. "That is why I live in the mountains," he said. "People are better off without me. They are too bothersome." Then the young man had an idea. He called another group of people. "Hey, look over there," he said, pointing at the monk. "Isn't that guy weird? He's totally different from us. Let's bother him and see how he reacts." The monk noticed the young man's plan and said to him, "If you want to know how to deal with anger, start by controlling yourself right now." But the young man pretended not to hear him. He kept calling people and soon there was a crowd around the monk. Everyone was saying horrible things to him. They kept insulting and provoking him. All the while, the monk remained calm. Finally, the young man approached the monk and said, "Now show me what you were talking about. Show me how to deal with my anger." The monk looked at him for a moment and said, "Now go and bless them all in your heart." The young man could not believe what he was hearing. "What? Are you serious? After all the horrible things they said, you want me to bless them?" The monk nodded his head. The young man was stunned. He could not understand how someone could be so calm after being insulted so badly. So he left the table, went to the crowd, and started to quietly bless each and every one of them. The young man did not know how long he spent there. But when he returned to his table, the monk was gone. The young man felt as if a huge burden had been lifted from his shoulders. He felt as if he had found true peace. From that day on, he began to practice blessing everyone in his heart. No matter how angry he felt, he never lost his inner peace. We have the power to control our anger. We can choose how to respond to those who anger us. The story teaches us the importance of controlling our anger and responding with love and kindness, rather than hate and violence. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.